Hello, it's Martin with Blue Water Custom Marine, and today we finished an install on a Viking convertible where we put in two NSO Evo 3S's and an NSS 12 Evo 3S, and just going over the operation of the OP50 with multiple screens. And it's very simple. So once you have it programmed, and that is a different video, and that's easy to set up, what you'll notice is the active screen currently. You can always tell if you forget. Well, we're going to go over once you turn it on. But once it's already on, let's say you're running the boat, you'll notice the little tiny yellow icon. That tells you that this screen is currently active with the OP50 and that the OP50 will control this screen. Over here on the NSS 12, you'll notice that there isn't any kind of yellow thing for the OP50. So basically, it's like this. We're going to come down here, and we're going to hit that little display button right here. And when I do that, you will notice it switches over to this screen, and it gives you a quick thing. So if you're driving or after you've already used it and you kind of forget, you'll notice on the NSS it's a little bit bigger icon. But once it's there, then we can actually use the controls like you would anything else on the screen. So if we zoom in and out of the chart, well, actually you can see the orange. We're actually controlling the autopilot and audio. So if I wanted to go to the audio, I would scroll down, then press this button as the enter button, and once it does that, it changes the screen. And to get rid of that screen, you just hit the X button right here. Right there's the X button. Once we press that, it'll close it out. And then you can change the window right here. It's easy if I use my pen button. This window button here will then activate. I just pressed it so you can see it activated the chart window. I'm gonna press it again and watch. We're gonna activate the instrument bar. So now it's activated. So if I were to hit the menu button, it'll activate the menu button for the instrument bar. And if we hit window again, activates the autopilot and the audio window, and then of course our chart. So now we can zoom in and out. You can also use this joystick, goes left and right, up and down. And when I do that, it'll make the crosshairs appear. You can barely see on these Navionics charts, but you can see the crosshairs right here. So like if your boat's under motion, you're off water and you need to move the cursor, see the cursor moving? And I can go over, let's see if I can get in the white, go up a little bit and over and jog. And if you need to mark a waypoint, you just like you would use these controls over here, you'd press it as an enter button. So that's basically it. You have all the same exact controls that you do on the NSS model. And so you just basically switch between them. I'm going to hit the display button again, and now it's activating the NSO. And again, we have, as you can see, the chart window is already activated. But if I wanted to activate the sonar window, I would just hit the window button on the OP50, and now it's highlighted in orange. And then we can zoom in and out. We could pull up the menu. I could go down here. Let's do some things. Let's change it because I'm not a fan of the white palette. Let's go down here. I personally like the black palette. I've already set up the NSO with the, the NSS with the blue palette. Some people like that. I like the black because then I can see my blues, but again, that's a different situation, different video. So now I'm just Xing out, and now we have it. I can go back to window. Probably gonna keep it on the chart because that's the one we'll probably mostly zoom in and out of a lot of times when you're messing with this. You can also see the AIS signal. This is an upgrade from what it used to be, but this boat we are transponding our AIS location. You can see there outlined. Of course, if we were to press this, his name comes up. We can hit his name, and it's going to give him whatever information we put in on his particular vessel. Same thing with the other targets. You can see this boat over here, so we're going to touch it. Endless Summer, we'll pull up Endless Summer, and then we can see what Endless Summer is up to. You see it's a pleasure vessel, it's heading, I don't think he's moving, it looks like he's at the dock. Well, it says 3.9 knots, but who knows when the last time he transmitted that was. So some AIS transceivers will transmit every 5 minutes, some every 10 minutes. This looks like a class B or C, so it's probably a lot slower than an A, for example. But anyway, I'm going to get sidetracked. But anyway, that's basically the control of the OP50 and how you basically control it. And you can turn it off, turn off the screen. Whatever screen is activated, we can turn off. Like if I press this here, we could see it brings up our, we have full control. If we want to put it in night mode, hit enter. It puts both screens in night mode, of course. Go back to day mode. And then if we go down here, basically you can adjust the split. I mean, just everything. So if we wanted to make the splits a little bigger, and then X out, clears the cursor automatically when you hit the X, and then brings the boat back to center. But anyway, I'm going to close out, and hopefully that made it a little easier. And that's how you run the OP50 and between multiple screens. And in this case, we're running an NSS and an NSO, and it really doesn't matter. It's a Simrad, or even if you have Lowrance, but at least it all works together. All right. Thank you, and have a good day.